Hello folks, this is a video to getting up and ready with Squid on CentOS and Ubuntu. This video has some prerequisites. You must have some knowledge of any Linux operating systems. If you haven't got the requisite experience, please go for a learning course on basic Linux operating systems and work at least for a month or two. So what is a proxy server? A proxy server is an in-between system between your computer and the internet. When you open your browser and the request goes through the intermediary like a proxy server, data which comes from internet is stored or cached, which is extremely useful when the same website is accessed again by your computer or any other node on your network. It has an added benefit of reducing network traffic because of caching, and is regularly used in production environments in conjunction with a firewall to enhance security of your network. Some features of proxy server are: if your data goes through proxy server, it is called a tunnel proxy. To an external entity, it appears as if the request has not come from you, but from the proxy server. In other words, your identity, rather your system's identity, is hidden from the prying eyes of outsiders. The proxy server is often configured to implement ACL, Access Control List, of users logging into the internet. The ACL is a list that tells your operating system what rights users have over certain objects such as files, directories, or any network resource. A proxy server can be used to block or to deny access to websites, such as idle websites may be in the blacklist. Logs on proxy servers will tell you which website you access during office time. So if you access the internet from a proxy, your activities may be logged. So be careful, guys. This video is on forward proxy server called Squid. Documentation is very important part of any IT activity. So before you start configuring the proxy server, you must create a list of IP addresses, host names, and operating systems as shown below. So you have the host name, and we are going to use a system called CentOS. This will act as a client, the IP address, and the operating system. You can also see CentOS localhost.local domain, which would act as this Squid server. It has a different IP address, of course, and its operating system is CentOS 6.4. The first thing that you must do is to check connectivity between the server and the client. So for that, you have to use the command called ping. So from the client, you ping the server. So this client has IP address of 192.168.1.5, and you ping the server, which has the same IP address apart from the number 10 in the last. And from the server also you ping the client. Another important part of trying to set up installation activity is editing the etc host file. So this file is very important, and since it takes care of local resolution. So in the you see the text in red which have been added. It's nothing but the IP address and the host name, IP address and the host name of the server and the client. So it acts as a sort of a local resolution, which is different from the DNS resolution. So here goes. Now installation of Squid is quite easy. You have to log in as root and install the use the following command: yum install Squid. And to check if Squid has installed or not, you have to use the which command, which Squid, and it will show you the absolute part of the executable. Configuration of Squid. And now, as you know, all the configuration files on Linux reside in the /etc directory, as it is called etc directory. So Squid configuration files are no exception, and they exist in the etc Squid directory. Some of the files are the main files which will be working is called squid.conf. So as I said, the configuration file we are concerned with is squid.conf. It's a production ready configuration file and can be used as it is. However, you need to check the etc/resolve.conf file on your server. The file contains DNS or domain naming service servers. In some operating systems, if there are no entries in this file, the Squid is known not to start. So be very careful about this. Starting Squid is quite easy. On the command line, you just type the command service space squid start. It will take a little bit of time and then will start. It will give you sort of a signal saying OK. To check the status, you run the command service space squid status, and it should give you the PID number. PID number is of course the process identity number. As I said, the configuration file which we are going to look at is squid.conf file. Now that we have installed Squid on the server, we will check what is the port number used by Squid. Now, as you know, every service on Linux would have an associated port number. A port number can be said that it's kind of a window to a house, you know. So if you have a single house and number of doors and windows, and if imagine that there's a door number called 3128 and you have a visitor going to that number, going to that room, so which room he has to go? He will knock on the room number 3128. So this is the kind of this is the inlet to the service. So the service which we are running is Squid, and the Squid listens at door number 3128 or the port number 3128 if you say it technically. And what we do normally is that we go to the squid.conf file and change this value to 8080 or any value which is available on your system. So we open squid.conf file with your favorite editor, look at the find this line called http_port, and which is followed by the port number. We change it to 8080. That's it. Now to verify the port number, we use the command netstat minus plant. This is very easy to remember, plant. We pipe it to the grep command and check for the port number 8080. So there we have it. Now configuring the client, it's very easy. To configure the client, we have to set a variable called http_proxy, which is equal to the IP address of the Squid server, and along separated by a colon specifying the port number. As I said, Squid is listening in the server at port number 8080. So with the help of this variable on the client, the client-based applications, let us suppose the browser or the e-links software, will look at this particular variable, get to know the server address and the port number to go to, and will be able to access the internet. The logs of the Squid proxy server exist in the /var/logs/squid directory. The name of the file is access.log. You can also change the browser to use the proxy server. It's quite easy. All you have to do is open up the Firefox browser, which we have used in this example, and go to the Firefox menu, go to Preferences, and then click on Advanced, Network, Connections, Settings, and select Manual Settings as to put the configuration as below. It's nothing here. You put the HTTP proxy, you have the Squid server's IP address, and the port number, which I said was 8080. There are some couple of advanced configurations which you can do using the squid.conf file. You can prevent access to for a range of IP addresses or allow a certain IP address to use the internet. You can have all this information in the book which the writer Sujata Bishwas has written, which is available on Amazon. And I thank you for your time for watching this video. Thank you, and go and buy the book. Bye bye.